What is going on, guys? Out here with not a brand new camera. I actually borrowed this from my friend because he got a hold of it, and I wanted to really try it out today. Just taking some pictures since it's sunset right now and bugs are in my eyes and all that good stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm just out here trying to get some good shots of the pond right here. I just want to try this thing out because I've heard so much about it. I've heard it takes really good pictures. This thing is beautiful when it comes to aesthetic. I mean, it is pretty much the best rangefinder out there, I guess, other than the Ricoh one that everyone's talking about. Yeah, it's between this one and the Ricoh. A lot of people love these. These are so hot right now. I mean, these right now are used one are going for like over $2,000. Yeah, used. I think the original new price from Fuji was like 1,500 or something like that. Let's give this thing a try. It does have its own ND filter in there, and I can't wait to try that thing out. So let me see here. Let me just try. It says ND filter on. Right there. Now ND filter off. I'm not sure if that makes any difference there, since it's not that like crazy sunny out here, right? So on the side right here, they have this autofocus system that if you flip it, this is manual focus for M, and then quickly you can flop it over to C, that is continuous autofocus, so it just keeps focusing. I can feel it in the camera that it's focusing every time I move the camera. So that's C, continuous autofocus. And then just flip this over. It's for pretty much only, the S stands for, I forgot what it stands for, but pretty much you press the shutter button halfway, that's when it starts focusing. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it, because if I put it on continuous autofocus all the time, it's gonna drain the battery quite a bit, because it's just gonna keep focus hunting. So on this one right here, there's a drive button, right there. So if you press that, you can flip over to a bunch of different settings. So it can do, just single shots or multi-shot, that kind of stuff. You can do some burst shooting, that kind of stuff that you can move up and down. It's literally a little joystick. So yeah, in here I can do like high-speed burst, just low-speed burst. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, okay, 6 frames per second. And then this one is 11 frames per second over here. So that kind of stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Let's see here. Okay, you can do some bracketing. So if you want to do, HDR shots, bracketing is probably a good one to go with. Once you would switch over to movie, the little signal actually comes on. Look at this. The audio signal actually comes on right there. So let's see if we can do some movie shoots. I know that there's a limit to like 10 minutes on this thing. I can't shoot more than 10 minutes on here. Oh, I'm sorry. The limit is actually 15 minutes, not 10 minutes. It's actually counting down. There's a little timer right here that's counting down. And it says I have 14 minutes and 45 seconds left. Obviously though, if you get this camera, you're not going to be doing a lot of videography in it. This is pretty much a photo camera. You get it because Fuji has such good color that people are getting these cameras just for that. Just like some people prefer Canon color profile. So it does have the flip the screen like any Sony 6000, 6100, that kind of stuff. It doesn't go all the way up though. It's just that right there. Yeah, it's kind of helpful if you get really low shots. If you're one of those that get all the way to the ground to get the shot, a little bit helpful there. So on the side right here, you got yourself USB-C along with mini HDMI, and that is a mic port, by the way. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but there is an ND filter built into this thing. This is actually one of the main feature of this camera. Now, you press the button, it's gonna say ND filter on. Now you press it again, it just turns the ND filter off. Now obviously this is a fixed lens camera, so there are no zooming whatsoever. You can't change the lens out or anything like that. So that's one thing that did surprise me about this, is that the price of this camera right here compared to some of the other one where you can change out the lens. I don't know, it's kind of interesting to me, but a lot of people do like it. Now here's the thing, there is a little dial right here, and also a little dial right here. You see this? So if I were to adjust this, that is the adjusting the aperture right there. It's an interesting way of adjusting the aperture, but if you've ever used like high-end Sony lens or anything like that, they do have that on there. All right guys, so last but not least, this camera right here, the one special thing about it is actually the electronic viewfinder that you see on here. I'm very impressed with the electronic viewfinder in here. I think it's fantastic that they have something like this. If I were to hold the shutter down halfway, this is what you're going to see right here. And you can just take a picture like that. And it does flash.